Whenever I start a new year with business studies, one of the first concepts that I like to get out in the open with my students is that of opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is this idea that when you choose to do something, you're also choosing not to do something else. Its classic definition is the benefits foregone of the next best alternative. Now think about what that means. The benefits foregone, the utility or the satisfaction that I could have got from the next best alternative, from the other thing that I could have done. This is going to come out in lots of different areas of business studies and indeed economics if you're doing that subject as well. So for example, if you're taking a loan with the bank and it gives you a certain percentage of interest, then there's an opportunity cost of taking that loan with another bank at a different interest rate. The opportunity cost is the loan that you didn't wish to take. Similarly, and this is why I also like to bring it up right at the beginning of any discussion on business studies, is that when anybody starts a business, they're giving something up. They could have done something else with their time and their money. So, for example, in my first lesson of business studies, I always look at me as an example. I'm a business studies teacher. I have a full-time job and I get paid a decent salary. So I then show my CV to my students and I say, what are the other jobs that I could have done? What was wrong? What are the other businesses that I could start up? What could I do? Now for someone like me with the CV that I have, I always get things like start being a swimming coach, because that's something I used to do and all my students tend to focus on that. Some of them might say build your own gym and run a gym. Some say go to the mountains and start a survival training centre. So with all of those I take them and then I say, but what am I giving up? Well, I'm giving up my job. I'm giving up my current job. Not only that, I'm giving up my full-time contract. I'm giving up my salary. There's a lot of financial security there. And given the fact that I have a wife and 2 kids, financial security is something that I really want to keep hold of. So then I say, well, let's quantify it. Am I giving up a lot or am I giving up a little bit? And invariably they'll say that I'm giving up a lot. But that's only true of me. The next stage is to then go and look at other businesses and look at how other people started, and then to think, well, what did they give up? You could even do it for yourself. If you're a 16, 17, 18-year-old student, what would you be giving up in order to start your own business? Are you giving up 1 year of schooling? Are you even giving up schooling at all? Or are you starting a business in your basement? What is it that you're giving up? Are you giving up your life savings? That would be an awful lot to give up. Or are you just giving up money that you would have had anyway? The idea of opportunity cost is that in order to do something, and in this scenario, in order to start a business, you've got to measure it in terms of what is the thing that you've given up. For me, I would be giving up an awful lot. That's not to say that I wouldn't start a business, but it's just to say that I would be giving up an awful lot. And for somebody else, what are they giving up? Maybe it's a lot. Maybe it's a lot as well. But maybe for somebody else, it's not a lot. And that's the idea of opportunity cost. And now you should go and look at some businesses and you should look up at what people were doing before they started those businesses and think, wow, that was a big lot to give up, or whether or not maybe it was just something simple and it didn't really matter for them. Good luck.